have to offer, guys. And so a little bit of housekeeping rules. We have drinks right there to the left. Restrooms are outside the door to the left. If you do have your phones, please go ahead and put those on silent or mute those. Appreciate that. You guys' time is very valuable, so I want to make sure that I respect you guys' time, but at the same time, I want to bring you value as well. And so I'm going to just give a brief introduction, and then I'm going to bring up the next speaker, guys. We have an amazing group of individuals that are going to be speaking here tonight, some that flew in from out of state, and some that drove in as well. So my name is Derek McGee. I'm originally from Weatherford, Oklahoma, born and raised, and actually went and played college soccer for 2 universities in the city. And then out of college, got my degree in science and worked for Chesapeake Energy, oil and gas company, which was an amazing company to work for when oil and gas was high. And then playing, racquetball with the CEO, and then all of a sudden people were just getting tanked. And that was kind of a realization for me that I needed to do something different. I needed to get out of what I was doing, and so became an athletic director. Love sports; it's my passion. It's what I love to do. But unfortunately, a lot of times your passions don't always pay you what you think you should get paid. So. I then looked into investing in business ownership. So do a little bit with property, do a little bit with brick and mortar businesses, and then obviously this. And so I'm very excited to be here. Guys, this was not our intention. Leaders in the room, thank you guys for putting this on. I'm so glad and grateful to be here. This was not our intention. Guys, we literally just wanted to learn a skill set, and then by naturally, we just started sharing this with people, and this is what it's turned out to be. So. I give a round of applause to you guys for being here. This is our first actual Tulsa event in surrounding areas that are with us. I know we have people from Arkansas, we have people from Missouri, we have people that traveled in to be here. And so we're going to be looking to do this, guys, at least one big event once a month. So, like I said, round of applause for you guys being here. Awesome. So, the first individual I'm going to bring up is a guy I've gotten to know through business and through this business as well, guys. And he's a go-getter. He's someone that I look up to. He's someone that I really feed off of. He's a guy that is not only a beast as a triathlete, but he also does speaking. He also is a motivator. He also is an educator. And he also is a coach. And so, without further ado, if you could please stand to your feet and please welcome Mr. Ryan Celeste. Yeah!
If I could show you a skill that could pay you the rest of your life, would that be of interest to you?
Yeah!
I'm talking about a skill that has nothing to do with a company, with a comp plan, with a product, with a service, with a pill, with a potion, with a lotion. It has nothing to do with selling, recruiting, or convincing your friends, families, and neighbors to join you, but rather a skill that gives you leverage, scalability, and 100% control over your financial future. I'm talking about a skill that once you learn, no one can ever take that away from you. Do you want to learn that tonight? Yes or yes? Yes. That's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. Before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ryan Celeste, and I live here in Tulsa, Oklahoma with my beautiful wife, Cassie. We have a 3.5-year-old and a 14-month-old, and that is every bit as chaotic and as exciting as you would imagine. But we are blessed. When I was in high school, I went to Tulsa Tech, where I took technical and vocational drafting. I learned the skill of design drafting, which is basically drawing things on a computer screen. That skill set got me a job in the oil and gas industry. I was a 15th employee for an oil and gas company here in Tulsa. We build and manufacture gas plants. Now that skill set and that job provided a fantastic lifestyle for my wife and I, for our kids. It allowed us to travel, allowed us to buy our first home, get out of debt. It allowed me to pursue my vision and passion for the sport of triathlon, been able to race for Team USA on multiple occasions. It provided a fantastic lifestyle, also made me a lot of money. It came with a price. 11 years in that industry. 11 years doing something that I actually didn't enjoy. I actually didn't have any value, feel any passion or excitement for that. Anybody can relate to that? Doing something you don't really enjoy? 22,800 plus hours of my life I spent doing something that I did not like. Okay? The moments where I finally said enough was enough, it was real simple. I was the kind of person that I always wanted to be effective and efficient, get the most out of my time. I approached my boss and say, hey, look, if I can figure out how to get 40 hours of work done in 32 hours, we can create a win-win. You pay me less, I work less, everybody's happy. He said, Ryan, if you can work 40 hours a week in 32 hours, imagine how much work you could get done in 40 hours a week. Okay, we obviously we're not on the same page. Next issue. At the beginning of the year, my boss would sit me down, and he would show me my goals for the year. He'd show me all the things that I get to do above and beyond my normal job duties that would give me an opportunity to potentially get a raise. So these are activities above my everyday normal job duties. And he would show me, you know, Ryan, if you accomplish these things, it helps me accomplish my goals. And his goals supports his boss. And his boss to his boss, all the way up to the CEO of the Fortune 100 company. All I saw with all the people who were making bonuses off of my hard work. That was not cool. The third issue that I had, while they're giving bonuses out, they're also laying people off. I finally said enough was enough. I left my job last year. It's been a year. It was an awesome experience. I literally walked out the door and just screamed at the top of my lungs because I was finally free. Now, when I saw iMarkets Live, and I saw what they were teaching, it excited me. Because my wife and I were living a lifestyle because of the skill set that I developed whenever I was in high school. When I saw the skill set that iMarkets Live was teaching, it made a lot of sense to me. I know it's going to make a lot of sense to you as well. Robert Kiyosaki wrote the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay? In that book, he introduces the idea of the cash flow quadrant, which is how we make money in our society. The upper left, we have E. Everyone say E.
E.
Lower left, S.
S.
Upper right, B.
B.
Lower right, I.
I.
Upper left, we have E, which stands for employees. Everyone say employee.
Employee.
Employees trade time for money. They trade hours for dollars. They work 8 hours. They get paid for 8 hours. If they stop working, stop getting paid. The skill set that I learned prepared me to be an employee, where I spent 11 years of my life. Okay? Employees can't stop working, otherwise the money stops coming in. What if you want to take time off? What if you ask for vacation, your boss says no? What if you get sick? What if you get fired? What if you get laid off? What if the company goes under? Your income stops. Bottom left, we have S, which stands for self-employed. Everyone say self-employed.
Self-employed.
Self-employed people, they also trade time for money. They may make more money. They also may have more liabilities, more responsibilities. See, a self-employed person, they work in their business. Oftentimes, they are their business, meaning if they don't show up to work, nobody gets paid. So an example of this is like a doctor. They go to med school, they graduate, they open up a practice. They hire a couple nurses, receptionists, they're in business. Patients come in to be seen. The doctor gets to show up to see the patients, and that's how the patients get, well, that's how they make money. If the doctor doesn't show up, nobody gets paid, which means the doctor must show up every single day to see the patients. Upper right, we have B, which stands for business owner. Everyone say business owner.
Business owner.
Business owners build processes, systems, and assets that continue to pay them, whether they're working there or not. Okay? They build processes, systems, and assets that continue to pay them, whether they're working there or not. Okay? So an example of a business or a process, let's take that same doctor. He's tired of working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. He brings in other doctors into his practice. Now when patients come in, he's not the only doctor available. They can see other doctors, which means he can choose to see how many patients he wants or how many hours he wants to work. Another example of this, my wife and I have a rental property. Okay? That was the first house we moved into when we got married. Our family grew. We expanded the home. And now we have a property manager. They put the tenant in. Every single month we get a check in the mail. It's pretty cool. It's an asset that continues to pay us whether they're working there or not. Okay? So business is a process, system, or an asset. Bottom right, we have I, which stands for investor. Everyone say investor.
Investor.
You guys are getting really good at that. Investors, they literally make their money work for them. Okay? So employees and self-employed people trade time for money. Business owners build processes, systems, and assets. And investors literally take that money and make it work for them. They make money their slave. They make money their employee. $1,000, its whole job is to go out and make $100. $100, his whole job is go out and make $10. $10 down to one, one down to 10 cents, 10 cents down to a penny. That's what investors do. They make their money work for them. Now, 95% of the population is made up of employees and self-employed people. While they control 5% of the population's wealth. 95% of the population controls 5% of the population's wealth. Well, over on the right, business owners and investors make up 5% of the population and they control 95% of the population's wealth. If you're here tonight and you want financial freedom, you want time freedom, you want to be wealthy, which side of the quadrant do you think it's going to give that to you, the 95 or the 5? 5. So I want you to have a conversation between a young man and a successful business owner. The young man asked the business owner, what do I got to do to be successful? Business owner said, find out what 95% of the population does and don't do it. And if you're fortunate enough to find out what the 5% of the population does, absolutely do it. Surround yourself with like-minded people, get mentors, and persist without exception. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to become an investor in the world's largest financial market, which is Forex. Everyone say Forex.
Forex.
Forex stands for foreign exchange. It's where you exchange one currency for another. So an example, let's say we all hop on a flight to go to Mexico. We're all excited. We get there, we exchange our US dollar for the Mexican peso. Okay, at the point of that transaction, both currencies are worth a certain amount. Money is made during that transaction. So one way to do that is to travel the world with really big suitcases full of money and exchange US dollars for that currency. That's not what we're here to talk about tonight. That's not that meeting. Instead, tonight we're going to talk about how you can access the world's largest financial market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week from your cell phone, from your iPad, from your laptop. All you need is Wi-Fi to connect. What is iMarkets Live? We are a first-class Forex educational and software company. Everyone say education.
Education.
Everyone say software.
Software.
We're an educational and software company. Just by a show of hands, how many people have gone to college? Oh, nice. Okay. How many people have one degree? Okay. Raise your hand if you have multiple degrees. Raise your hand if you're actually working in the field in which you got a degree in. Okay. Raise your hand if you dropped out of college. Raise your hand if you got kicked out. My people. We're not going to talk about that either. iMarkets Live is an education platform. It's just like a university. When you go to college, you're going there to learn something. Okay, on your job, you got to learn how to do your job, and then you got paid accordingly. That's what we offer here. We offer education in the world's largest financial market. Okay, we were founded July 4th, 2013, operate in 120 countries around the world, privately owned, debt-free, and we own all the rights to the services, meaning we control everything in-house. Our leadership team is made up of Mr. Christopher Terry, the CEO, $80 million man himself. That gets some oohs and ahs. $80 million trading Forex. Okay? He had the vision to bring Wall Street to Main Street, to teach the average ordinary person like you and I the skill of trading Forex. And that's why I started iMarkets Live. Now his partner in business and in life is Mrs. Isis Della Torre. Okay, she actually introduced Mr. Christopher Terry to Forex. Okay, so she's a lady boss in her own right. She's got business licenses and degrees, just roll out the business card. My experience of these two, they're truly humble and genuine with their desire to impact people's lives all over the world. Next up, we have Mr. Alex Morton and Mr. Ivan Tapia. When it comes to getting groups of people together, creating environments that are conducive for growth, these guys are it. They're all about helping people break through limiting beliefs, whatever's keeping them stuck, and creating groups that win. This makes up our corporate leadership team. So what makes iMarkets Live unique and different? Number one, we don't guarantee results with our products and services. Now, first off, you may think, well, that's kind of weird. Well, first of all, we're not an investment company. We empower the ordinary person to be an investor. Okay? We teach them to do that. We guarantee you're going to get the best education, the best products, the best services, the best environment, everything you need. What's missing is you showing up and doing your part. If you went to college and didn't go to class, what's going to happen? You go to class, you don't study, what's going to happen? Get a gym membership, you don't show up, you don't get the muscles. Whose fault is it? Okay? IML Tulsa Launch does not trade your money or handle investments. We don't earn commissions on your trades. Literally, the idea is to empower you, give you the tools and resources to take trades, open trades, close trades whenever you want, either on a practice account, which is fake money, or a real account, which is real money. It's up to you. But again, the vision is to empower, enrich, and educate millions of lives all over the world. Yeah. It all starts with IML Academy. Now, Will Smith said, when you build a wall, you're not looking at building a wall. You're looking at laying one brick as perfectly and precisely as a brick can be laid. And brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, you build a wall. IML Academy is your foundation knowledge for learning Forex. Literally through basic, intermediate, advanced level training strategies, you learn the basics of Forex and you build upon that. Imagine being able to pull out your phone, watch a live stream presentation, professional trader, they're showing their charts like real time. Like real time, the market's open. It's not market theory, real time, and you're able to ask questions, get questions answered, learn from others in the group. It's an online classroom. That's what IML Tulsa Live TV is. Over 50 educators, over 170 plus hours of live streaming per week. I don't say that to like overwhelm you, because that's a lot of time. I say that to say there's a strategy, personality types, languages, different times of day, even different genders, so you can find something that you resonate with, but also learn a strategy that works for your schedule, your beliefs, and your lifestyle. So I said that we are an educational and software company. Okay, the first two things I talked about, IML Academy and IML TV, that is the education side. The software side, we have the harmonic scanner. We also have the web analyzer. These are scanners that scan the market looking for certain algorithms and patterns in the market. What you need to know about this is simple. Trading is all about stacking probabilities. These scanners allow you to stack additional probabilities, and there's strategies specific to them, but allows you to stack additional probabilities and make the trade more likely to go in your favor. Swing trades. So imagine being able to open up your phone and watch a video from Mr. Christopher Terry himself. He's analyzed the charts, he's looking at the data, he sees different trade setups for the week, he's telling you exactly what to look for in the market. You can position yourself and take some of those trades as well. That's what daily swing trades, or the swing trades in general, is all about. Now, swipe trades, this right here is where the rubber meets the road. Okay? If I could show you how you could actually earn money while you're learning to trade, would that be of interest to you?
Yeah.
You can, literally, the ability to earn money while you're learning to trade. That's what swipe trades is. So all night I've been saying, hey, say this, you're like, yeah. Say this, you're like, yeah. I've been teaching you how to use swipe trades. It's literally as simple as copy, paste, profit. So right now I want you to think about your everyday normal routine. Think about when you wake up in the morning. Think about everything you do throughout the day. And think about the amount of times you pick up your phone, send a text message, make a phone call, check your email, get on Facebook, go to YouTube, watch funny cat videos, whatever you do with your time. While you're doing that, professional traders are doing the same thing. They're analyzing the charts, they're looking at all the data. When they see a trade opportunity, they send out an alert. It goes straight to your phone just like a text message. You open it up, you press one button to copy, you press another button to paste, and then you're in the trade. Okay? It's literally as simple as copy, paste, profit. You're not staring at the screen the rest of the day. You're done. At this point, the trade is either going to win or it's going to lose. Our traders win 8 out of 10 times. Pretty good. So right now, we're going to take 90 seconds, and we're going to show you how simple it is to use swipe trades. Okay? So we're going to take 90 seconds starting now to show you how simple it is to use swipe trades. Swipe trades is literally as simple as copy, paste, profit. Okay, literally you can leverage professional traders. They're sending out the signals. You press a button to copy, the button to paste, you're in the trade. Now here's a beautiful thing about swipe trades. You don't have to know what's going on. You just need to know how to press the button to copy and press the button to paste. What I mean by this is, I have a story I tell about my Auntie C. Okay, she was so excited when she got started. She was so excited. She sent me a message on Facebook. Ryan, I'm so excited. What's this? And what's this? And what's this? And what's this? And what's this? She's going through IML Academy. Okay? She's going through IML Academy. She's still learning, but she's taking swipe trades. She says, I've been in and out all day long. Been in and out of the courtroom all day long. Now, before you judge her, she's not a criminal. She's there for work. But she's in and out of the courtroom all day long. She's taking the trades. She didn't know what was going on, but she also didn't even realize that her count was up 5% for the week. Okay, she's on the demo account. She's learning. She's in IML Academy. Her count was up 5% for the week. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. Here's what's awesome. If you have a job right now, and you trade time for money, if you want to make more money, you get to do what? Work more hours. If you want to make more money, you get to work more hours. With swipe trades, it allows you to supplement your current income without changing your routine. So when you get good at this, literally it can take like 30, 45 seconds to place a trade. It's called text message money. TMM, text message money. Okay? It literally allows you to start making money while you're learning. Swipe trades is absolutely phenomenal. When you work with a company, you obviously get unparalleled training and support. You get to work with our group. Locally, we have the Tulsa Trade House, where the next gentleman I'm going to introduce shortly, he opens up his home to allow people to come in and learn how to trade. Okay, you get support from corporate, you get support from the leaders in this room. Literally, the only way you can't win is if you get started and just like go rogue. Like you're just going to figure it out on your own. Like that's literally, like the environment is here. The support is here. It comes down to you asking questions instead of just trying to figure it out on your own. Okay? So before we get into how you get started, we're going to have a couple people come up and share their testimonials. They're customers who use the products and services, and they're going to share what they like best about OnMarkets Live. Let's give it up for them.
Woo! Yeah. Tulsa. Man, I am so so pumped to be up here to tell you my story and how I got started in IML, because I live and breathe IML. All right, so back in August, I saw a video that my mentor, Ryan Celestine, and what an awesome orator he is. Let's give it up for Ryan. This video that just hit me right in the face, and it made a lot of sense to me. But it took me a little while because he said that I could do it on my phone, and man, that just red flags went up. So, first of all, my background is I'm a 10-year military veteran of the United States Air Force. I own and are co-owner of a fishing tackle company that's based out of Corpus Christi, Texas, and I've run Best Buy for the better part of 2 decades. So, and now that I'm part of IML, I think I've touched every base on Robert Kiyosaki's form. That's my life. So when I finally made the decision to join this awesome group and this beautiful team here in Tulsa, I demoed for 2 solid months. It's my hard-earned money. I didn't want to just throw it away and waste it, right? But what attracted to me was swipe trades, the thing that you probably just saw on the phone next to the person next to you. So while I was demoing, I was taking these swipe trades. And after the first month, I had a 62% return on investment with my trades. Wow. Month number 2, I'm at 52%. So I'm somewhere about 57% for 2 months solid.
Wow.
I live and breathe IML. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name's Jake Salyer. I'm a firefighter here in Tulsa. My wife and I, we have a team of realtors. Started IML about 8 months ago, I guess. Had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs, to a point where I called Josh, super frustrated, can't get it figured out, what's going on. Josh has been there consistently the entire time. I'm super grateful for him, awesome mentor. I wasn't using the tools, so I was kind of rogue. I was all over the place, getting super frustrated, like I said, and I would call him all the time, man, what am I doing wrong? So I finally, this is ridiculous. I'm not using the tools. I'm not utilizing everything that I have right there. Swipe trades, kind of messing with them, wasn't really. Kind of went back to the basics. Started drawing pitchforks, got serious, got the screen set up, got real. Josh, I send him screenshots all the time. Man, look at this. His mind's blown. My mind's blown. Fixing to go live again. It's been amazing. Sat through 1 million network marketing kind of tutorials. It was never for me. The products, whatever. This, I've got control of everything. If I can learn and I can make as much money as I want. So this is the realest product that I've ever seen. Because it's not really a product, it's up to me. Right. So like I said, I went back to the basics, I got serious, and it's been amazing.
Wow.
Hi everybody, I'm Carlette Anderson. I'm from Gentry, Arkansas. I'm actually over 50. They asked about how old we were and everything. I am over 50. My background is actually in law enforcement and safety, as well as network marketing, and we also farm in Arkansas. I was actually looking for a way to get out of debt for good, and I was looking for a way to build retirement. And I think a lot of us that have hit that 50 age mark and above are actually looking for that. So when I seen IML, I seen it as a way to actually earn money on my own money. I actually seen it as a way to get a return on my money, a large return on my money that you aren't going to get in any bank. So I've actually been in IML for about 4 months, and I really love the web analyzer. That's one of the tools that we use, and I love it in conjunction with our IML TV, which is provides us education and it provides us strategies through live traders. So that is probably one of my favorites, is the web analyzer, IML TV. But there's a whole host of tools for everybody to use, and it's all great for everything. So thank you.
How we doing, Tulsa?
Yeah.
How we doing, Tulsa? Yeah. Well, my name is Kevin Williams. I'm 20 years old, originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, born and raised. I've been a part of IML for the past 7 months now. Previous to this, I had no experience in the industry, no experience in Forex, right? When they told me Forex, I said, for who? right? I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese making $11 an hour, and then I came to IML, learned Forex, took that and made $11 a minute, right? You guys can do the math on that. So, but with this company, guys, really, you have all the tools, all the support, all the training, mentors, guys. It's really comes down to you, right? I tell everyone, there's no excuses to why you can't win, no excuses to why you can't be successful. So, let's get it. Let's go.
All right, what's going on, guys? My name is Connor Dyer. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I actually got introduced to IML about 20 months ago. I got a phone call from my good friend Case Morton and his cousin Alex Morton, and I decided to jump in with it. I had no idea what it was at first. I was like, okay, Alex, you're doing it. I'm cool. Like, let's do it. So I got introduced to Forex. I got really excited about IML TV and IML Academy at the beginning because that's really all there was. Now we have swipe trades, wave analyzer, and all this different stuff. So I kind of spent about 2 hours a night on IML TV. I went through IML Academy a couple times, and really, it didn't click at first for me. I decided to do a demo, wasn't having great success, and then finally it clicked on IML TV. I found a strategy that worked best for me. So now, the past 2 months, just using swipe trades, web analyzer, and IML TV, I've been able to grow one of my accounts about 46%. Just doing it part-time, and the last month on my other account, in the last 2 weeks, it's up 35%. So,
Wow.
Pretty crazy. I saw my savings account, it was generating 1.75% a year. And then I saw this where I could do 2% a day. So I did the math and I was like, I'm going to take all my money out of my savings, put it in this, grow it faster. And it's pretty unbelievable to be able to develop a skill set that no one can take away from you. So I'm excited. I live, breathe in IML as well. And definitely if you take it serious, it's something that you can make big.
Yeah.
So awesome. So the general theme is take it serious. I mean, think about this. It took a level of commitment and time to learn the skill in which you apply on your job. Just roll up in here and think you're going to just do it like that. Let's be real. This can pay you the rest of your life if you treat it as such. So the big question, how do you get started? How many people have heard the name of Bill Gates?
Yeah.
Just a couple, okay. What about Warren Buffett?
Oh, yeah.
What about a couple more? What about Mark Zuckerberg? Elon Musk? These guys make a lot of money. Can we agree to that? They make a lot of money. What would it take to be in their inner circle? Like they're an inner circle investment group where you can learn what they're investing. Okay, you can get on some of the same things. $30,000 weekend workshop.
Yeah.
$10,000 a month. It's reasonable considering what's possible, but is it affordable?
No.
That's why we're here. That's a vision of Christopher Terry. To bring Wall Street to Main Street, to teach ordinary people like you and I the skill that can pay us the rest of our lives. A skill that can pay you the rest of your life. A skill that once you learn, no one can ever take away from you. So how much does it cost to get started? Everything that I covered today, IML Academy, IML TV, hard market scanner, daily swing trades, retail value, $425 a month, which is a bargain compared to $30,000 weekend workshop, $10,000 a month, even $1,000 a month. But it's not $425 monthly. It's one time, $195, and then $145 per month. Okay, one time, $195, and then $145 per month to learn a skill that can pay you the rest of your life. Earlier, I asked how many people have gone to college. As a society, it's pretty normal for us all to go to school, all to go to college, even if you don't know what you're going to do. It's just, that's how it works. You're just going to go. But what I just can't wrap my head around, why is it acceptable to fork over $20, $40, $80, $160, $200,000, 2, 4, 6, 8+ years of your life, no guarantee of a job when you graduate, and you're 50% less likely to even go into the field in which you got the degree? That's called crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not against formal education. My beautiful wife, she went to Oklahoma State University. Go Pokes. She majored in early childhood education. She got some debt. She married a sugar daddy to pay it off. Now, a lot of people, they marry into wealth. I married into debt. It's pretty cool because I got to be debt-free twice. One time when I was single, again when we got married, okay? But in all seriousness, okay? In all seriousness, if you had the IML membership for literally 1 year, 1 year's worth of IML membership, you're going to gain more value and knowledge for a cheaper price than 1 semester of 1 college class. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. This can change your life if you treat it that way. Now, as if $145 a month wasn't absolutely bananas and bonkers, you can actually add on swipe trades and web analyzer, $15 each per month. Okay, so a package deal. Okay, so that is optional. Okay. As if that wasn't like amazing. How many people want to get it for free? Yeah. Free is nice. If you know two people who want to make money with their smartphone, two people who maybe want to plan for retirement, 2 people who want to learn a new skill, maybe a new career, if you refer 2 people, your membership is now free. Okay? Not 2 people a month, 2 active customers, your membership is free. Now here's the best part about this. Do what you want to do. If you don't want to tell anybody, you sit here, you learn a trade, you learn a skill that's going to pay you the rest of your life for $145 a month. You want to get your membership for free, you want to bless other people, tell 2 people your membership is not free. It's win-win. The beautiful thing is there's no expectations, no requirements to do either. It's all on you. Now what if there was a way you could actually get paid to trade your own money? Want to know how to do that?
Yeah.
All right, the next gentleman I'm going to introduce, that's exactly what he's going to cover. This gentleman, he is a phenomenal trader here in the Tulsa area. He opens up his home to allow people to come in and learn how to trade. He and I share the same vision of impacting lives all over the world. So please stand up and give it up for Mr. Josh Casey.
Good song. You up?
Yeah! Guys, I want to go ahead and give it back to Mr. Ryan Celestine. Let's give him a amazing speaker, educator, and we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for Mr. Celestine and a couple other individuals that we have here in this room. Just like Mr. Celestine mentioned, my name is Joshua Casey. I'm used to telling everybody welcome to the trade house, but we had to kick everybody out of the house into a hotel venue now. Good problems to have, right? Yeah. Started with 5 people. 5 people in my office, looking over charts, thinking it was Chinese, not having a clue what the heck we were looking at until we decided to make a choice and educate ourselves. Figure out what the language of the wealthy was, because that's what I was told. So, for those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Joshua Casey. Just a little bit about myself before I go ahead and get started. I am a United States Marine. You all saw my beautiful wife out there with my beautiful daughter. Helped everybody check in. When I got out of high school, unfortunately, my father passed away when I was 14 years old. The doctor said it was due to Agent Orange when he was in Vietnam. Now, grew up around my mom. My mother's Filipino, my dad's Irish. Weird mix. I just tell everybody I'm a white guy with a tan. Grew up on ramen noodles, rice, and chicken adobo. I don't know if anybody's tried that. So I just copied what everybody else is doing. I got out of school. I'm like, all right, I like that uniform. The recruiter kept hammering, hey, let's go. Let's join the Marine Corps. Let's get you overseas. Okay, joined the Marine Corps. Loved it. Went on 2 deployments, did my 4 years, I got out, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Never really thought about it. Father was in the Air Force, was always around planes, so I figured I wanted to go ahead and work on airplanes. I grew up working on muscle cars, built a ton of muscle cars, so I'm like, all right. So I got out, went to this place called Tulsa, Oklahoma to go to school at Spartan College of Aeronautics.
as an airframe and power plant mechanic. Amazing school with amazing instructors. One thing I found out real quick, when I graduated, the day I graduated, American Airlines went bankrupt. Like, wow, 2 years. 2 years. So that's when I got involved in the automotive industry. You know, and I found out, statistically speaking, the average college graduate makes roughly around $20,000 to $25,000 their first year after they graduate. I wasn't having that. And there's nothing wrong with going to school, but I found out, one of my mentors told me, Josh, formal education will pay you, will create wealth. Excuse me, formal education will pay you for life, but self-education will create that wealth for you. And that's one thing that I really got excited about. As a finance manager at Jim Norton Toyota, I worked over there for 6 years. And I was a salesman at first, I was a sales manager, then I went into the finance department, and great opportunity, was making amazing money in my early 20s, and I found out real quick, hey Josh, we need to go ahead and get you into some debt. You need to go ahead and buy a house so you can work harder for me. They literally told me this, by the way. We need to go ahead and get you this nice white platinum Tundra, you know, so you can work harder for us. This is what they legitimately told me. I said, all right, sure. You know, you're like, I trust you. All right, cool. It was crazy. Bought a 5-bedroom house. It's just me. You know? So, bought this house, and now I have a family. I have a family. Like I said, you saw my wife and daughter out there. One thing that I picked up real quick as a finance manager, I was getting home at midnight, 11 o'clock, every single day, Monday through Saturday. Now, I found out real quick that money comes and goes, but the one thing you'll never get back is time. Time, freedom. I cared about time. Time is more valuable to me than money. And that's when me and my wife decided to venture off and start our own businesses. We wanted to become entrepreneurs. Didn't really know what it took to become entrepreneurs. We found out that the average American reads an average of 1 book a year. We found out the average millionaire and the average CEO reads an average of 60 books a year. 4 books a month. We read books. We try to start our own business. Our first business was in the gold mining operation. We had our own gold mining operation. I built rock crushers with my hands because I had welding experience from a airplane school. Started that, and we fell flat on our face. When you're crushing millions of dollars worth of rock and you have millions of dollars worth of equipment breaking down on you, I wouldn't recommend doing it. So if you guys see Gold Rush, it's all publicity, just letting you know. We failed forward. We learned what not to do in business, and that's when we got introduced to the network marketing industry. Network marketing. I'm over here, I see my wife selling makeup to people. She's selling skincare products. She's selling all these different weight loss things. I'm like, hey, you got this. Keep doing it. You do your thing. You know, she's bringing in checks. She's buying her own products. She's doing well with it. Really never knew what it was until I had a gentleman by the name of Mr. Derek McGee knock on my door and say, Josh, I'm investing, I'm trading in the world's largest financial market. What is that, Derek? Foreign currency exchange market. I got involved, and just to give you guys my own little testimony on this, I got excited about the education because I realized that this was a skill set that nobody can take away from me. If I took it serious, it will pay me serious. This is a 200-year-old market. It's not going anywhere. Everybody's always exchanging currency. If cryptocurrencies decide to take over, we're still exchanging it. So Mr. Derek McGee showed it to me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this to the test. I went through the academy. It took me about a week. And that second week, I traded on what we call a demo account, fake money in the real market. And that third week, I said, okay, I have 8 out of 10 trades out of 100 trades. If I hit 8 out of 10 baseballs in Major League Baseball, I'll be in the Hall of Fame right now. Too short for that. I'm not going to talk about that. Third week, I played it like, all right, I'm going to go. I have $1,000 of disposable income, or money, sitting in my savings account. That's really doing nothing for me. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my brokerage, and then I'm going to trade that and see what happens. I was able to compound that money within 6 days and see an 1,100 return of 1,100 return of investment. That was crazy. 1,100%. Wow. 1,100%. Okay, you got it. 6 days. It was crazy, guys. 6 days. And I'm like, all right, this is real. This is real. And you know when you go to a restaurant, you have a good steak, you automatically, you have the best steak you ever had at a steak restaurant, you're automatically going to tell your inner circle of friends and family about it, right? Well, I started making money, and I realized that I was being selfish. because I didn't want to tell anybody about this. I just want to trade, stay in my corner, stay in my lane, do my own thing. Until I met two gentlemen by the name of Mr. Matthew Rosa and Jason Brown. Came to my house, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about them here shortly. But one of my mentors told me, Josh, the reason why you probably failed forward, and the reason why, the core of why you saw so much failure, it starts from with who you're surrounding yourself with. Birds of a feather flock together. You are who you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
You're the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. If you spend most of your time with 5 negative, toxic people that are broke, what are you? Broke. You spend your time with 5 successful, influential people that are wealthy. What are you?
Wealthy.
This is statistically proven. It is what it is. However you guys want to look at it, this is factual. Everybody has their own opinions, but I had somebody come up to me and say, Josh, this isn't going to work. It never works for anybody. It's not going to happen. You're not going to make any money. And I said, Bob, I hope there's nobody named Bob in here. Bob, hey, your opinions don't pay my bills, Bob. Bob, you don't get to decide what I want to do with my life. I want to achieve how I achieve my dreams, my goals, my aspirations. Bob. So, now, you guys heard from Mr. Celestine about how you can get your IML education, your automation, and your tools for free. Now, do we all know 2 to 3 people that are overworked and underpaid? Yeah. Do we all know 2 to 3 people that want to be a millionaire?
Absolutely.
Do we all know 2 to 3 people that want to be a stay-at-home mom or dad?
Yes.
So, you have the option to become an independent business owner within this company. I'll say that again. You have the option to become what we call an IBO, independent business owner. So that means you get your 2 and free. Say you get a 3rd person involved. Now, again, you have the option to upgrade to what we call an IBO. Now, an IBO, for every personal sign-up that you get as an IBO within IML, it's $35. One time for every personal that you get in the organization. Now you have different ranks. For those 3 people, now you've achieved the rank of Platinum 150. Platinum 150 means you are making a passive residual income of $150 a month. Not crazy gangster money or anything. $150 this company pays out every Friday. That's $37.50 that will hit your bank account every single Friday. Now, I kind of put this into perspective. I want to ask you guys, how much money do you think you need to have in your savings account for your bank to pay you $150 every single month? A lot of money. So for sharing it with 3 people, $150 a month. So say, for example, you help those 3 people get 3 of their own. So now collectively, you have 12 people in your organization, and now you're at the rank of Platinum 600. I got jacked up about Platinum 600 because some of our business partners that we have for some of our traditional businesses are in real estate. And they flip homes. And last year, my buddy Brian bought a house for $60,000 just to flip that home into rental property to make a residual income of $500 a month. Now, I don't have $60,000, but I do know 12 people that would like to make money from their cell phones. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, Platinum 600 and the rates continue to move up, guys. 30 people collectively. I got excited about this because I found out that everybody benefits from one another. So I have my 12 people in. Say I only got 3 people in and it grew to 12. Well, I end up getting more people in so I can actually help those individuals within their organization. Get their team built collectively as well. But like I said, guys, the ranks continue to move up. We typically like to stay within these 2 ranks here, but what got me so excited about this company and this business, 1, it's optional. You can get involved with this, become a customer, and not have to talk to a soul. I know a lot of people that would rather catch on fire and die than talk to somebody. But for me, I don't care about how much money you make. Free is free. Take advantage of the 2 free if that's what you want to do. But if you decide you want to build an organization and share this with people around the United States and all over the world, you have the opportunity to make an unlimited amount of money. Excuse me. So I met 2 gentlemen by the name of Mr. Jason Brown and Matthew Rosen. They came to my house. Didn't really know too much about these 2 gentlemen, but thanks to Mr. Derek McGee and Mr. Julian, that you're about to meet, he introduced me to them, and I found out that they're at some rank called Chairman 250. What is that? Well, that means that these two gentlemen, they're both 25 and 28 years old, as you can see, are at the rank of Chairman 250, and that shows you here that the Chairman 250 makes $250,000 minimum a month. That's ridiculous because it started with a handful of people. A handful of people grew collectively because they were all vibing on the same level. They wanted to share the experience because everybody was winning Chairman 250, and literally last month these two gentlemen hit the rank of Chairman 500.
Wow.
$500,000. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to go ahead and do, guys, is I want to go ahead and introduce you to 5 individuals that decided, who made a choice, that wanted to go ahead and share this around the world within their state, within their current area, and blow this up. So let's go ahead and give it up for these 5 individuals.
Fantastic. Thank you guys for coming. My name is Tyler Andrus. I've actually been in the company for about 4 months now. And actually, I can only give it up to Derek and Josh for allowing me to have this kind of opportunity. Now, whenever I got in, I was just wanting to trade. I really, really liked the fact that I could sit down whenever I want, wherever I want, and learn a skill set. But when I actually found out how powerful this was, I could not stop telling people about it. I felt so obligated. But there was a challenge whenever I was making the transition from a trader to getting on the IBO side. That was the fact that I didn't like network marketing. I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't really get enough conviction to be able to do it until I saw this. The fact that I can tell people that they can make money from their phones, trade whenever they want to, tell somebody about it, get the free product, and then just watch that whole thing just grow, and from a little tiny plant to a huge tree. Guys, I was one of the very few people with Josh sitting in that room 4 months ago, and now look at this room. This is crazy. It's growing rapidly, and be able to help this many people all around the world to actually live their own lifestyle that they want to live. That's the biggest thing about what we have right now, and I could not stop but become an IBO to help everybody else. So that's my time.
What up, guys? What up? My name is MJ, aka Forex Fest. Everybody say what up?
What up?
Love it, love it. All right, so before I joined IML, I was a car salesman. I actually sold cars for about 4 years. I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed it. I got a chance to work with my brothers, and it was awesome. But I was building somebody else's dream. I was building their legacy and not mine. So it came to a point where I had to make a choice, because I was slaving my time. You know, I was slaving time for money. So when I first started, my son was 13 years old, and now he's about to be 18. He's as tall as me, plays basketball, so he's always trying to dunk on me, you know. But I missed the majority of that time with my son. And it's not time that I can get back. The majority of his teenage years I spent at the car lot, you know, trying to get that next deal. So the reason why I joined IML is because I wanted to get to a point where my son saw me doing and living my dream. I called Josh one day because I saw that he was doing Forex. I was like, brother, what are you doing, man? It's Forex. Come see me. I went to see him. I left work. He showed me how he was making money from his phone, and I was all the way in, you know, because he told me, he said, and he showed me how he made $1,100 from $1,000, or $11,000, excuse me, from $1,000. All right, so I was like, I'm in. Tell me what I got to do. 3 weeks later, I quit my job, and I don't advise that, you know what I'm saying, right away, okay. But I quit my job, and guys, I tell you what, it's the best decision that I've made, because when I look at this chart and I see that in my 4 years, I sold over 400 customers. And to see if I have 500 customers that want to learn how to trade and make money from their phones, I'm making $10,000 a month. Now I'm making just as much as the managers that have me slaving for them. Yeah. So, hey, one of the things that I understood, like Josh was saying, Jim Rohn said it best. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you rich. Yeah. So get that education. My name is MJ. I live on Marcus Live.
Hi, everybody. My name's Olivia. I'll just tell you, I'm in my mid-20s. I work for a roofing company. I'm a project manager. Oh, that's really bright. Anyways, so I learned when I was early 20s the value of working for myself. I've done jobs, I've had different office positions, all that stuff, and that's typically what they tell you after you graduate high school, that you need to go get a job or go to college, which I did several times. I enjoy being the student of life. I'll just put it that way. Although I am still in school. Anyways, as a side note. So when I came across that Markets Live, I sat in the chairs that you guys are in right now only 2 months ago, and the trading side for me was a no-brainer. I've actually done stock options trading for about 8-9 years now. And so I see the value of that, and I've done pretty well with that. When I saw forex trading, I was like, one, how have I never heard of this before? And two, how do I get started? So I jumped in right away. Now, when I saw the business opportunity, I was like, okay, that's really awesome. I can double dip on the trading side and the business side. I've never done MLM. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a no BS kind of person. I'm results driven, and I'm not going to try and sell you something just so I can benefit from it. So for me, when I saw this, I was like, so let me get this straight. I can trade and make money, which anyone in this room who knows me knows I'm very passionate about finding new ways of making money. So I'm like, I can actually trade and make money and get paid to show people how to do that. An extra $5 a month, the majority of the United States, an extra $500 of income a month coming into the home will change people's lives. Whether it's your mortgage, whether it's bills, whatever it is, that's going to change someone's life. So if I can actually change people's lives, teach them a skill set, and then I'm going to benefit from that as well, guys, you couldn't pay me not to tell people about it. Like, seriously. So anyways, that's my time. Thank you, guys.
Good evening, everybody. Good. My name is Jeremiah. Appreciate you guys for listening to my short testimonial. I am a business owner locally here in the Tulsa market. I have some real estate. I have all kind of different things going. I coach basketball at a high level AAU for the last 10 years. Very, very, very busy person. So for me, swipe trades was a big deal because buying my time back was really beneficial. I own companies, so there's this ceiling thing that owners do where you let people work just hard enough so they don't get fired, and then you pay them just enough so they don't leave you, right? Well, I hate it because I love people. But there's nothing I can do about it because when I take $1 and give it to them, I'm taking it from my kids' mouth. Does that make sense? So this was awesome because I could find a skill, I could hone in a skill, I could do real good for myself, but now I can also teach and help everybody and give everything I can so that they can also win. And I love people, so now everybody's winning, and to me, that's a big deal. So 5 short months after this was introduced to me, I'm at $1,000 extra a month. My wife's a teacher. That $1,000 is what they were fighting for. They walked out for it. And I got it in 4 months, so I was bragging. I'm not going to lie. So that's my time, everybody. Woo!
Wow, look at all these people. Awesome. Hey, so my name's Scott. I actually live in Jinx, Oklahoma with my beautiful wife, Melissa. We both have full-time jobs, and we have 7 children between us, including a 21-year-old autistic son. So our life is incredibly busy. I've had a lot of success in network marketing, but I have a love-hate relationship with the industry, and so I want to talk to the people specifically that have been in network marketing. The first thing is the concept is great. I think we all can agree the concept is great. The products are even amazing, but the thing that really, just makes me so mad, and it's why I left the industry for a long time, was most people do not make money in network marketing. And that just always made it hard for me to sleep at night and all of these things. And so I was getting ready to leave the industry permanently, done. A good friend of mine online told me about iMarkets Live, and I said, so wait a minute, I can sit here and just learn how to trade, not talk to anybody, and that sounds perfect. I'll do that. So I decided to start a demo account, and what happened was I had some good results. I shared those with a few people online. They had good results, and the next thing I knew, I had a team growing all over the world. And so I've been in the company a year now, and in the first 6 months, I got to that Platinum 5000 rank. part-time and created a pretty large trading account. And I want to say, guys, I did all that with an initial $250 investment. That's all I've ever taken out of my pocket. So if somebody tells you they don't have the money to do this, I say where there's a will, there's a way. And I'll tell you, this company, for those that have been in network marketing before, the culture here in Tulsa is absolutely amazing. We're going to take everybody that wants to the top, and I look forward to very soon leaving my six-figure full-time job. Thanks,
So Albert Einstein actually made the statement. This is the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world. You either understand it and earn from it, or you don't, and you pay it. Jim Rohn said it best. Once you get a taste of residual income, you will run through brick walls for it. Residual income. One of my mentors also said, Josh, some of the wealthiest people on the planet have anywhere from 5 to 7 streams of income coming in at all points in time. This is just another income stream, but why I love this is because, again, another one of my mentors said, Josh, success is not necessarily gained by you. It's by helping other people become successful. And that's what we have here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And before I go ahead and introduce the next speaker real quick, guys, I want to go ahead and prove to you what Tulsa, Oklahoma is doing. So, if you have your 2 and free as a customer, please stand up. 2 and free. 1, 2, 3. There we go. They're all in the back. Okay. Raise your hand if you're a Platinum 150. 6. Raise your hand if you're a Platinum 600. 4. Raise your hand if you're a Platinum 1000. 3. Platinum 2000.
Okay.
Yeah. What I'm trying to get to, guys, is we have what's called market share. This is new. When I got involved with it, there was only 12,000 people involved on the planet. To this day, there's close to 80,000 people, and that was back in August. So if I own the first McDonald's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, do I have the corner of the market? Yes or yes? If I had the very first insurance agency in Tulsa, Oklahoma, do I have the corner of the market? Yes. We have the corner of the market here, guys. Tulsa, Oklahoma is the #1 city in the United States for entrepreneurs. Statistically proven. Now the list goes on with different bonuses and ranks that you guys get. And I always like to tell everybody, you know, you either fall under one of 3 categories. You're either an A, B, or a C. A means, Josh, I like what you're showing me here. I'm all in. I want to take action. A's understand that the biggest risk in life is not taking a risk at all. A's understand that playing it safe is probably the most unsafe thing to do in today's world. So if you're an A, please get with the person that invited you here, and let's get you on this rocket ship because it's taken off. So B stands for, hey Josh, I like what you showed me here, but I have a few questions. And that's fine. We have plenty of answers here for you guys. Please don't leave this room with any question unanswered. We have a lot of individuals here that you all just saw that can help answer them for you. B also stands for, but I'm broke. And that's okay. You know, we run into a couple individuals that stated that, and that's okay. They put ego and emotion to the side and said, I don't have the money for it, but that when there's a will, there's a way. Let me tell you guys a quick story. My mentor, one of my mentors, and I can tell you his name, Brandon, threw me the keys to his Lamborghini Huracan, matte black Lamborghini Huracan, and said, Josh, here's my car. You can have it for $200. The catch is, you have to come up with the money within the next 24 hours. Can you do that? Absolutely. Well, that's the problem, Josh. You see the value in the car, but you don't see the value in how I got the car. Like, dang, this dude just verbally slapped me. And then he went at it again. He said, Josh, you need to understand that if you're over the age of 18 and you don't have an additional $200 of disposable income to invest in yourself or a business, there should be a siren going off in your head. Because what you're currently doing isn't working. I'm like, dang, he just slapped me the second time. So if you're B, I would say welcome to the team. Let's come up with a game plan. Let's figure out a way that you'll never have a $195 problem ever again. Yeah. C stands for, hey Josh, I like the presentation, great atmosphere, great people, but this isn't for me. And that's okay. We're not here to convince anybody. We're not salesmen. We're not in the convincing business, ladies and gentlemen. But We always like to tell everybody, hey, that's totally fine. Just because you didn't choose our way doesn't mean you're lost. But if you think you have something that's better than what we're showing you up here, please let us know. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. Or C stands for customer. You just want to be a customer, try the products out, then that's totally fine also, guys. But that's the end of my presentation, guys. And I'm so excited to introduce this man that we all are really just absolutely jacked up to hear from. This man went out of his way to leave Dallas, fly here, and I'll tell you right now, it is truly a blessing that this man is in the trenches with us. None of us would even be in this hotel right now if it wasn't for this man and Mr. Derek McGee when they had their meeting back in July, I believe. So, I'm so happy and glad to call this man my mentor, my business partner, my friend. Let's all give it up for the man himself, Mr. Julian Grove!
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we feeling tonight?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I can tell you this. With the amount of times that I've come to Tulsa, it's become like a second home. I really love the atmosphere here. I love working with leaders like everyone that you went ahead and saw up here. Please give it back up to the speakers.
Yeah.
Mr. Ryan, Derek, Josh. All testimonials. Give it up to the people on the back end of everything. Mr. Michael Murphy, all of our cameramen, Chris. Hospitality is amazing here in Tulsa. It's something that I always love being around whenever I'm in the area. And it's kind of crazy how this has come about because, yeah, just like he was telling, about a year ago around this time, actually, me and Mr. Derek McGee actually met over an Instagram message. And it's crazy how life is just drawn and attracted to people because I always look back at it and I'm just like, look at everything that's happened just because I decided to respond to that message. That's how crazy life can get. You never know when you're literally steps away from changing your life exponentially. And Derek, did you think that this was all gonna happen? Crazy, right? An Instagram message, guys. My name is Julian Throne. I'm 23 years young. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. Grew up there, majority of my life. Rough parts till I was around 6 years old. Then pretty much moved 45 minutes south of the city. Grew up there. A small town, somewhat similar to Tulsa, OKC, all that good stuff. So I'm very familiar with this atmosphere. But I was an average kid with above average goals and ambitions. I was always looking to do something big with my life. Though I didn't really have much direction, though I really didn't know what it was, I knew I was meant for greatness. How many people feel like that today?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Okay? And if you didn't raise your hand, that means that we'll see greatness in you before you do. Okay? So I want you guys to understand this. I've worked regular jobs. I've worked hard labored work. I've worked for my father. He runs a foundation fixing company out in Illinois. There's not many, is there basements here?
Yeah.
The basements here? Okay. There's basements in Illinois as well. So he fixed the foundations of houses. And at 17 years old, I was humbled because I knew how hard it was to work for $1. Okay? But I saw all the gentlemen who were next to me, double my age. I said to myself, I don't want to be doing what you guys are doing when I reach your age. Okay? Moved to Dallas, didn't really know what to expect, made some acquaintances, had some family down there, worked food, worked retail, got myself into management positions, had more responsibility when it came to employees. But then again, I was also left with a void that wasn't being filled. I was overworked and underpaid. Okay? How many of you feel like that today? Okay? Don't be ashamed of it either. Because at one point, I'm thankful that a doctor in the area of Dallas came into my workplace, went ahead and introduced me to the world of being an entrepreneur, to the world of being the CEO of your own life. Like I said, I didn't know what that really meant back then. But the way I looked at it was this. Okay, I'm working a full-time job, minimum 40 hours a week. I can go and start a part-time business, a part-time skill set,
And until that skill set, until that business, that part-time stuff goes ahead and supersedes my full-time income, I can leave the job that I'm not so passionate about. And I can go all in with what I would like to do with my passions and ambitions. Okay? Because, yeah, there's some musicians in the room. There's some people who are good artists who are trying to be a doctor and a lawyer. And that's not cool. Because in my opinion, you should be doing what you love. If you cannot picture yourself doing what you're doing right now every single day until the day you die, I would highly suggest finding something else. Okay? Though it may not seem easy, it's all about finding the correct vehicle. Okay? I'm a big believer that the vehicle you choose has a big impact on where your life gets directed. Okay? So, like I said, guys, you guys saw a lot of good information here. Amazing speakers. Went ahead and showed you a way to access the largest financial market on earth. $5.3 trillion a day. And I don't want to talk big numbers, okay? Because sometimes that scares people, okay? You know, we talk about $1 million as if it's a gateway to somewhere in the world, when 99% of America doesn't even make $400,000 a year. Okay? So you really have to ask yourself, what can an extra $600,000 do for me in my current situation right now? What can that do for my household? Okay? There's a Josh Casey over here, Platinum 1000. You have his wife who has another account. She's a Platinum 600. Together, $1,600 coming in a month as a couple? That's life-changing money. Okay? So, really quick, I want to share with you guys something that I wish I would have been taught a long time ago. So, everyone's pretty much divided up into two categories. You have rich and wealthy people. You have poor and middle class. And if it hasn't happened already, how many of you agree with me that the middle class is completely being driven out? So, at some point, you're going to be left with a decision. Either you are going to be rich and wealthy, or you're going to be completely poor, okay? Or broke. Just understand this. Broke is temporary if you allow it to be. Understand that poor is a mindset. Passing over opportunities repeatedly, okay? So, if I asked you guys, what separates someone from being rich and poor? What separates a rich person from a poor person? Participate with me.
Mindset.
Mindset. Mentality. Money. Risk-taking. Amazing answers. But the biggest thing that separates someone that's rich and someone that's poor? Goals. Rich people and wealthy people are always thinking about their goals. That's the reason why many of them achieve them. Okay? I'm going to talk to you about that. What do poor people do for money? What do poor and middle class people do for money? They work a job, right? They work a job, right?
That's right.
Just over broke. And I'm not coming down on jobs, I'm not coming down on education, especially in this economy. Like, if you have a job, feel very blessed that you are, especially if you're providing food for your family, if you're paying for your bills and everything like that. Again, we talked about the quadrant in the beginning, but understand that being an employee and only an employee is dangerous. Okay? You cannot be dependent on only one source of income your entire life. All right? So, again, they're thinking about their jobs. If I asked each of you right now who work your regular jobs, okay, understand this. The richest man in the world to ever live, who was that? Who is it? Who is that? Say it in the back.
Solomon.
King Solomon. You guys ever read Proverbs? Got some heathens in the house. Okay. Richest man in the world, King Solomon, says this. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. In today's language, that translates to you become what you think about.
Okay? You become also what you feel about. So if I asked you, what are the feelings that you feel? What are the thoughts? If I asked you guys, how much do you, and no one has ever asked you this question, how much do you think about your job? When you wake up in the morning and you're ready to get started, you're thinking about, I gotta make it to work, right? Before you go to bed, you got, oh man, it's time to go to bed. I've gotta get up early for work, right? Even when you're off of work, some of you even don't finish your work at work, take it home with you, right? And even then, even when you leave work, you'll talk to maybe a friend of yours, you're talking about what? Work. Yeah. Now, if I asked you, what are some feelings that you feel from your job? Stress.
Depression.
Anxiety. Depression. Any more? Frustration. Separation.
Never good enough.
Never good enough.
Security.
All right, check it out, guys. Okay? Again, I told you, wealthy people think about goals. All right? Understand this. It is impossible for you to feel like this consistently on a daily basis and become rich and wealthy. It's just not possible. Okay? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Goals. This is what people are constantly thinking. Wealthy and rich people. They're consistently thinking about what it is they're going to achieve, as if it's already been done. Okay? Guys, this is simple. You have to understand that we offered you an opportunity here, and you have the ability to make a decision for yourself on what side you truly want to be in. Because I would hate to feel like this all the time. Okay? And it's the reason why I decided 2 years ago to make a change. Even at the age that I'm at. Okay? You guys have prestige leadership here in Tulsa. People are going to help you and guide and mentor you. Past results don't guarantee future results. You saw a lot of great testimonials here. You saw a lot of great people make money on both ends, whether it's just trading and keeping their mouth shut, or if they decide to go ahead and start opening it up and start telling people. Okay, either or comes naturally. But I want you guys to understand that right now in this world, there's not many options out there that allow you to become a business owner and an investor at the same time, and it's also going to go ahead and educate you doing so. Okay? So like I said, you have a decision today. And if you see this for yourself, if you see this as something that's going to go ahead and benefit your life, not only financially, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, because that's what this does. Get back with the person that went ahead and invited you here tonight. Okay? You saw a lot of good information today. A lot of good information by a lot of great speakers. But guess what? All of that, and guys, like I said, we're not salespeople. Okay? We're not salespeople. We don't sell anyone on anyone. We're not going to convince you to join. Okay? You saw a lot of good information here today. But the information serves no purpose if you're not the right person with the right mentality. Okay? There's a secret in every word. Okay, so you look at the word mentality. Start circling some words. You have me. Me as an individual, you as an individual. You have men, that's plural. All of us together. You have mental, the way we all think. Then you have the word tality, the great reality of your life. So if you put it all together, you guys as an individual, me as an individual, the people we surround ourselves with, the way we all think creates the reality of our lives. That's just true. So as I said, and I'm not going to be up here any more longer, get back to the person that brought you here. Get your questions answered. Because you're being brought into not a company, you're being brought into a family. Okay? There are people in this room that don't monetarily benefit me whatsoever, but I would still jump through walls to help them get to where they want to be. Okay? So get back to the person that went ahead and brought you here today, and we welcome you to our family. Everyone have a blessed day.